Hello, this is Paul Stryer, and welcome to another Blogger's Workspace online course. We provide no BS tools and courses for bloggers and digital nomads. Hello and welcome to this video, where we will talk about equipment that you will need to start when creating your online course. This is usually the point where people start to get fearful and stop making their course. You came up with a great niche, you built a framework for your online course, and now it is time to start creating your content. There are a few common fears that I hear from all of my students when they get to this point. The first fear I hear is, I have no clue how to make a good looking and sounding video. Another one is, I have no clue how to edit my videos or to create the file formats that are needed to be posted. And another one is, I have no budget to buy the gear needed to create a good video. Well, I have really good news. You might be able to start recording today with zero budget. Do you have a smartphone? Do you have a pad? Do you have a computer? That's right, many people that have built online courses started out with one of these three devices that most everybody already has, and have made some beautiful and successful online courses with nothing but one of these three devices. Do any of you have teenagers? I'm sure if any of you have teenage kids, then you have heard of TikTok, and most likely have seen your kids practicing Renegade 2,000 times and then recording it and posting it, or a million other videos your kids have created and posted. So ask yourself, why is it that our teenagers can make videos so easy and just post them, and when it comes to us making videos for our businesses, we freeze up in fear? Maybe it is time to go have some hang time with your teenagers and start making TikToks with them and learn from the pros how to make good videos. Of course, you will not use the TikTok app to make courses because that app is not made for that kind of videoing. But making TikToks with your kids is some good bonding time anyway, so you might as well get some pointers from them while you're having fun. Let's talk about making videos with one of your devices. Remember, in an earlier video, we talked about the different types of course videos you can make. You can do talking heads, you can do green screen, or screencasting. Well, depending on what type of video you make, you can use your smartphone, your pad, or your computer. If you're doing screencasting or green screen, the best thing to use is your computer, and talking heads, you can really do that with any of the three device types. When we talk about recording in a future module, we will want to talk about the environment that you'll be recording in also, because that will help you pick your equipment. No matter what type of video you're doing, if you can find a small room with a very little echo in it, you'll get a much better audio quality. But you can't always pick the room you want to record in. If you end up with a big room with lots of echo and you just have these three devices, you'll end up with lots of echo and your audio quality will be diminished. And I will say it over and over again, if your audio sucks, your video or online course will suck. I can't say it any plainer than that. It is imperative you have good audio. No matter how good your content is, if the audio is bad, you will have a flop of a course on your hands. If you have $0 to spend and you have a smartphone, a computer, or pad, you can make great courses, but you need to make sure that you're in a small room with no echo and probably closer to the device itself. So having carpet on the floor, low ceilings, thick curtains on the windows, and a little ambient room noise as possible. If you're doing screencasting and only doing screen capture types of videos, there is no video of you, then you can go sit in a closet with lots of clothes around you hanging on the walls and carpet on the floor, and you'll get a great recording. But if you need to have videos of you standing in the closet full of clothes, it might not be a great background for the look that you're looking for in your course. Another thing to think about is the microphone built into your devices are not that great and kind of sound crappy, especially the laptop. And a lot of the times, the built-in microphone not only picks up the room and the room noise, but it also picks up the fans inside of the laptop. What I'm about to say is not mandatory, and you can use the devices with the built-in microphones, but if you have a spare $100 or less to build a small amount of equipment, you'd have a much better sounding video and a much better looking video right off the bat. If you go to the address I just put on the screen, you'll be taken to a blog I wrote on a budget gear list. This list will give you some ideas on gear that you can get for very inexpensive that will help you with creating your videos. And if you have a very small amount of cash or a very small budget, you can get some gear that will really help you, such as a desktop tripod that looks something like this. You can see I have my cell phone in here, and I have the cell phone mount, and I have the tripod. And this tripod has retractable feet, so it can go small or it can go big. So you can get small things like this, because for the first couple of videos I did, I was propping my phone up on different things around the house. I'd get a coffee cup and mount, and lean it up against it, and it kept falling over in the middle of videos. So getting something like this very inexpensively, and a smartphone mount, and a microphone. As I said all the time, if you don't have great audio, your video, it doesn't matter how great the content is, the video is not going to be great. And if the speaker or the camera has to be a little bit away from you, and you're in a big room where there's a lot of echo or outside, you're going to need a microphone. The cool thing is you can buy all this stuff together in one kit in a nice compact little carrying case. You can read more about that at the blog I linked on the screen, or you can go directly to that product at bloggersworkspace.com. I'll put the link on the screen right now, but it's BWS Vlogger Kit. I have purchased this kit, and it really seems to work well, and I like two things. I only had to buy one thing at Amazon, and I got all of it together at the same time. I know this sounds silly, but having the little carrying case that came with it also makes it much more functional and easier to use because I have a case. So here's my kit. Let's take a look at what's inside and look at how it goes together very quickly. It's super cool. It makes it very compact and easy. So first of all, it came with this little case, which made it very nice. If I open it up, you can see that in here, it's all mounted inside. So I have the light underneath this little foam here. I have the little ball pivot right here. I have the tripod right here, a microphone, and a camera mount, and some cables and some other stuff up here. So let's take a look real quick at how this thing works. Very super cool. So the first thing is I'm going to take out the little ball joint, and the ball joint's cool because I can unloosen it and I can put the camera in any way that I want and then tighten it back up. So there's that little piece. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this little piece, which is the phone mount itself. Notice it has a screw on one side and a mounting bracket area on the other side. So now I'm going to go ahead and screw that into here and put it onto the mount. So now I have this right here. And the phone goes right here, and this screws onto the tripod. So let's go ahead and get the tripod. So the tripod is very cool. It's just a nice little tripod. You can either put it on a table like that, or you can hold it like that and have a hand grip for your device. So I'm going to put that in the bottom of the ball joint right here. And now we have this. So if I'm holding the camera, I have that. I'll put the camera in now. So I have my iPhone. Now I can point it forwards and use the forward-facing camera, and I can see myself in it. But the problem with that is that camera is not as great. So sometimes if you have somebody that can watch the camera for you, you can put it in backwards and have someone else running the camera, and that way you're using the good camera that's 1080p, right? Because it's a much lower resolution if you're using the selfie camera. So again, you want to decide how you're going to use it. It's hard to use if you're not doing the selfie camera if you're using it by yourself. But with some of these videos, probably not going to notice the difference between 720 and 1080 for these course videos. So probably not going to be a big deal anyways. So now what we can do is we can just use it like this. We don't need any more. I can set it up on a table. I can aim it at myself, push record, start talking, push stop playing. And if you have a cloud service such as Dropbox or Gmail Drive, you can have the app on the phone, so every time you record a video, it just goes straight up to the internet, and then you can drag that down to your computer, or it syncs automatically to your computer if you set it up rightly, and then it syncs to your computer, and then you have the videos on your computer to do editing. Now, this comes with two more pieces. If I'm going to be further away from the phone, you might want to be using the microphone. In a small room like this with very little echo, I'm not really in a big office. This is a green screen background. I'm actually in a 10 by 10 closet with carpet and a low ceiling with no echo in the room. So, but you think I'm in a big office with wooden floors, that would be lots of echo. I'm also using a microphone that is what we call a shotgun microphone, and so it's picking me up, and I don't have to have a lapel microphone or a headphone microphone. So let's look at this. So in the bag on the top, so here's the kit again. Here's where we had the stuff. If we open the little zipper bag at the top, when it comes, it has 3 cables. And this is the reason why I like this one so much. This one has, and I use iPhone, so it has the lightning cable going to the microphone 3/4 inch jack cable. So it has this cable with you. You don't have to buy it. Most of the kits, you have to buy that extra. It also has a 3/8 stereo cable, and it has another 3/8 cable as well. And it also has the cable that will charge the light. So it has a small little USB mini to the USB-C. So it has everything you need in it to work with it. So it has this other little flat piece. And one thing I'm a little bummed out about is there's not a cutout in the foam for this little bracket piece. I think I'm going to put my own little cutout in there and put it right here so that I have a space for it, because they didn't have a cutout for it. It was in the zipper bag. Now the way this works is it has this little spin lockdown thing. So I'm going to go ahead and place this on top of the camera. They have this little indent bracket place here. You have the square little piece on here. It just goes in the end, and you tighten it down with a little spinner, and now it's all tightened down. Now, because of the length of the cable, you want to find out where your connector is and put the microphone on that side, because the cable's kind of short. If I put the microphone on this side, the cable doesn't really reach. So you need to put the microphone on this side so the cable can reach. So now we have the microphone, and the microphone has that same little square piece on the bottom and the little spinner that locks it down. So you unloosen it, you just slide it right in the little track and get it on there, and it doesn't really matter where it goes, just put it near the end. Spin that little wheel until it tightens. So now we have a microphone that is in that little bracket, and you can see we have a microphone that is a much better microphone than the one that's built into the camera, and it's directional. It's a hypercardioid, and it has some filtering on the back that I'll talk about later on. The next thing is we have the light. Now it has a little 30 LED light that comes on it if you need lighting. Most of the time natural lighting looks better than turning these lights on, but if you need some extra light, then you can, put this in. Now it has the same little spinner little thing and the little square bracket, and you just slide it right in the track. If I can slide it in. Slide it right in the track and tighten it down with that little dude there. So now it's all together, and the light turns on right here. Oops, right there. I'll turn it kind of sideways so it doesn't shine in the video. And you have 3 brightnesses. So if I shine it on myself, you can see it's brightening me up now. And then there's a little brighter, and there's a little brighter. So it might even be good to have that on there, because if we see right now, I'm a little bit dark in the face, but if I go here, you can see it lightens it up a little bit. So maybe I want to start using an extra light in my room, because I only have 2 lights in this little room, and they're aiming pretty much at the green screen and not directly on me. So I really should have 2 more lights. But as you can see, it has 3 levels, and it's a rechargeable, and it just has the little USB cable that plugs into a USB, so you can plug it into your phone adapter or into your laptop, and it will charge. I don't know, I didn't look on the reading how long it takes to charge, or I think it said it had 6 hours of runtime, and I think they said it takes an hour, but I can't remember. I looked at so many of them, I'd have to go back and look. And remember, I can twist this and I can pivot the phone on here so that I can get a good angle if I need to. So I can tighten that down there, and don't forget I can put it on a table like that. So this little kit was, I think, $79, and the link is on the screen on to get this. There are cheaper kits. The reason why I like this one again was it had the light that was rechargeable. Some have just little camera batteries in them. I don't like that. This one came already with the lightning cable, because I use iPhone. If you have an Android, it doesn't really matter because Androids still have the little 3/8, and it had the case with it. I know that sounds ridiculous, but having that case makes it great because I do a lot of videos at other places than at my home. So the last thing that we need to do to put this thing together is we need to put in the cable that goes to the audio or to the microphone. So first off, if you notice in the back, you have a switch that does just a line and then a little curve line. The curve line means that it's more of a narrow pattern, so it picks up things more in front of it, and the straight line, it means that it picks up all around it. Now, the thing that we have is we have this 1/8 inch, 3/4 inch jack that we're going to plug into the female jack on the top, plug it in all the way to a clicks. Notice I have the lightning cable, another reason why I like this particular kit, because it came with it, and then you just plug it right into the lightning jack. Now, because I don't have a little Y connector for this, you can buy a little Y adapter, and this would plug into the Y adapter, and you'd have a headphone jack on there, and you could hear. So if you plug this in, if I have this plugged in and I do a bunch of recording, if I try to play back the recording, I won't be able to hear it on the phone because it's trying to play it out of this audio cable. So if you want to play back, you need to pull the cable out, watch your video, hear the audio, see what needs to be done, and then when you're ready to record again, just make sure you plug the microphone back in. Little pain in the neck there, but if you buy the little adapter that has the headphone jack on it, you can have this plugged in and the headphones at the same time, and then be able to hear in the headphones when you do the playback. And of course you don't want the headphones in while you're videoing, but as soon as you're done video, put the headphones in, push play, see if you like it, create another one, take the headphones out and create another one. So again, you have to plug in this cable and you're good to go, and you're ready to start recording. So again, pretty cool little kit. You don't have to have that. You can buy just a tripod and a mount, just buy that little mount thing for under $20 and have just that and be ready to go. But you need something to put the phone in, because if you for the first year I was just leaning the phone up places and I never quite got the right angle, and it just never really, I never really had the greatest videos because I was trying to just prop the phone up somewhere. So having at least the little tripod is great. But really, if you have to spend any money at all, buy a microphone, because the microphone is probably the most important thing, especially if you're not in a small little room with the microphone close to you. If the phone needs to be a little bit further away from you and you're in a big room with lots of echo or outside, having a lapel microphone, and you can pick up lapel microphones for 20 bucks or less. And if you get one of those, at least have the microphone. And if you do get that microphone, get the extension cable with it. For another couple bucks, you can get like another 6 feet of a cable that goes with it. You can also buy them for a lot more money with that are wireless. But just buy the cable one, get the extra cable. You won't regret having the extra 6 to 10 feet of cable, and just use the little lapel mic. Again, let me stress, if you can't afford a low budget kit of gear, don't feel like you cannot continue with your course. Go ahead and continue and do it with just your phone, and you can buy other gear later as you start to sell courses. You can use natural lighting. You don't need to have lighting. You can have smaller rooms so you don't need a microphone. And if you do need a microphone, just buy, like I said, one of the cheap little lavalier microphones, and that'll do just fine. But you want to make sure your audio is good. If your audio isn't good, it doesn't matter how great your content is, your video is going to be terrible if they can't hear it, and they'll just turn it off. You won't get any repeat customers because they'll say, oh, that guy doesn't know how to record, his audio is terrible, and you'll get bad reviews. You get bad reviews, you're not going to get any new customers. So again, whatever you do, make sure that you have great audio. So I don't have a lavalier microphone to show you right now because I let a friend borrow it about a year ago and I haven't got it back. So if you look on the screen right here, I do have a lavalier picture of a lavalier microphone on the screen. Most of you have seen those before. So anyways, check out the lavalier microphone, and there's a link on the page also as well showing you the lavalier microphone. So as you start to make your videos for your course, you're going to want to build a couple of them and use them as teasers. So I hope that you'll post those into YouTube and then come back to this course and post links to your videos so that we can help you and critique them and let you know, and also other students can see what other students are doing. So please post your videos on YouTube, the ones that you want to give away for free, not ones obviously that you want to sell. And go ahead and bring a link over and post them in the comments of this section of the course, and let us get a chance to see what it is you're building, and we can also give you some helpful constructive criticism on things that you could have done better. Thank you for joining me for this bloggersworkspace.com video, and I look forward to seeing you in a future class. This is Paul Stryer. Have a good day.